Hi Flosstube, my name is Jennifer. I'm the Calculated Stitcher. Welcome to my Flosstube number 12. Today is July 4th, 2020. Happy birthday to America. I'm a very patriotic person, and so I love this time of year. It's been a while since I've been made a Flosstube. And really, it's been a while since I've been on Instagram. I've been trying to stay away from social media. The negativity makes me very anxious and sad, and so trying to stay positive, and that is my goal in life, and to spread positivity and happiness. And so let's get started with my Flosstube. Since I've seen you, I have been very, very busy working a couple of jobs and sewing some stuff. I also had a nephew who graduated from high school, and so I'm very proud of him. We traveled up there. They actually live in, go to school at a very large town, large school. So we were not allowed to go to their actual graduation. They did have it televised, and so we did get to watch it on TV. We went up there and watched it on their TV while they were there, and then they had a meal, and it was just nice to see them. They actually are my husband's brother. They're his children, and he passed away, I want to say 2 years ago. Maybe it's about a year and a half ago. I guess he passed away. And so it's just very important to be there and support them. So that was nice to see them, and my mother-in-law was there. My nose is itching. That Flosstube nose. Anyway, I did get some fabric dyed. I tried that. I'm going to show you what I did. I have no idea what to do with it. It's all actually Lugana. Well, I don't know if it's Lugana, but it's an even weave. All of this is even weave. I just had it in my stash, and I thought I'm never using it, so I might as well try to do something with it. And so this is one of the ones that I did. It's kind of hard to see. It's kind of green, and then I tea dyed it also. I'm not sure if I'll ever even use this, but I did. I may dye it again because I'm not sure about the color. It's a teal color, and then coffee dyed on top of it. There you can kind of see the modeling. So that's one of the ones that I did. This is another one that I did. It's funny how the two different sides look so different. This one kind of reminded me of Murky when I did it. And again, it's just 28 counts even weave. So I know this one is Zweigart base because it has the orange stripe. This one does not. So that's the one that looked kind of like Murky, I thought. Then I did this one, which was the same color as the first, but without the coffee and tea. I do like this one. I did not like the way it looked. It looked kind of dirty with the coffee and the tea, so I may have to figure something else out. So there's that one. This one I like. This one is green. It's like a, oh, it's kind of hard to see. Sometimes when I watch these back, the replay actually looks more accurate from what I'm seeing right now, but it is actually like, we always called it army green. I'm not sure what you would call it, but there's a big splotch right here, so I don't know if I need to re-dye it or what I need to do. So there's that one. See what it looks like on the other side when I hold it back. I like when I watch it back to see what it actually looks like on the TV, on my phone. And this is another one. It's blue with the coffee tea dye. That looks a little better. That looks more like it. You can see more of the blue. I have a fluorescent lamp above me, and then I have a bunch of windows all around, so I'm never sure about the light. So I did those. I have not really bought a lot of things. There are a few things that I got in the mail, and like it said, it's been so long, I just started putting stuff away and didn't think about it. So, but these are the things that I received this last week, and this is from Fat Quarter Shop. This is their Weeks Dye Works floss pack. It's cute. They come packaged in a little thing like this, and it lists them on the back. So this is the ones from this week, or this month, excuse me. I also belong to their Classic Colorwork Floss of the Month. I do that also. So they're really pretty. So I got that in the mail, so I can put those away. I already put the Classic Colorwork ones away. I also got my hands on some rose garden. I had 4 projects that needed it, so I got 4 of them to put in my projects. I was excited about that. Then, Then from Hobby House Needleworks, that's where I got that floss. I also got this, which is 56 count Confederate Gray. I really like 56 count. I'm going to show you a project that I started, and I love the tiny little stitches. I love stitching with 1 strand of floss. I just can't make it look right, and everybody else's looks great, and I don't know why I have such a problem with the way mine look. I'm trying to see if I can capture the color. It's really a beautiful color. So I was thinking of maybe using this for my, I think it's called Land That I Love. Hold on, I'll remember. Teresa Kogut, her new patriotic sampler that came out. I did order it. I'm just waiting to get it in the mail. And I think I have all of the floss that's required ordered. And it's just coming in pieces from different places. So, speaking of Teresa Kogut, I also joined her Creative Whims Studio live painting class. I am not an artist, but I thought I would like to try it, and I really enjoy listening to her. I love her outlook on life and where she places her priorities, and I love her love of her religion. It's just important to me. So I'm excited about that. I went and bought some of the supplies. Some I have ordered, so we'll see how that goes. I'll let you know. Then I also got an order from Misty Purcell at Luminous Fiber Arts on Etsy. I got Rusty Gate Lady.Creates. One day I'm actually going to do some finishing. I keep telling myself one day after I watch Vana 20,000 times. I also, while I ordered from her, I got a fat half of 40 counts linen. It's Mushroom Light Mocha, and it's a Zweigart based. Yes, that's what it says. I'm just going to show you in case you want to see it. That's the thing there. And then this is Mushroom Light Lugana. Light Mocha, excuse me. It's 40 count. It's really pretty. And it's big because it's a fat half. Yay. Then I got a fat half of 40 count Vintage Country Mocha. And this is also a Zweigart based. This one you can see the modeling. There we go. Isn't it pretty? So that'll be great to do a sampler. And that's about, hold on, allergies. I don't know where y'all live if you are getting this Saharan dust, but in Texas where I live, it's been crazy. I think it's about gone away. I can actually still see the hills around me. I live in what is termed the hill country in Texas. And when we were little, I always called them mountains. Of course, they're not mountains. They're just hills. But that you couldn't even see them. The haze was so thick from that dust from Africa. It was just crazy. It's just amazing. Hold on, my metal rings are falling out. Okay, sorry about that. my little rings that I put my, my little book rings. I have a bag of them, and they just all of a sudden started falling out of the bag. Okay, the Saharan dust has been really bad, so my allergies have been just crazy lately. All right, so last time I filmed was June 8th, and just as a review, anybody, if you're new to my channel, welcome. I do something called Jubilant June, and basically it's the same thing as Mania, Stitch Mania. I just do it in June, and it's just a better month for me. So I do what they call in Stitch Mania the Blimey Cat method, and oh, now I gotta think of her name. The cute little redheaded girl. I did this last time I named her. I watch her Flosstube whenever it comes out. Oh, the actress. I'm going to put it right here because I can't remember. She has a Flosstube, and she's just the sweetest, cutest little thing ever. Anyway, okay, so I do her method from Stitch Mania, where if I started something new. Last year was my first year to do Jubilant June because it was my first June to stitch, in which to stitch. So I started last year, and I did a new start every day in June. It was great, had a lot of fun, and then some of my projects I never touched all year long. So they did not get completed. I did have quite a few finishes, which surprised me when time came around, and I started deciding what I was doing this Jubilant June. So if I did complete the project that I started on that day during the year, then I could start a new project. So that's the Blimey Cat method. And so I'm going to go over that just one second. Like I said, my allergies just... Okay, so I'm going to start with June 9th because I went through June 8th last time. So June 9th, this was started last year on June 9th, 2019. And I think it is the sweetest thing ever. I love the verse. I know some ladies do not like it, but I do like it. And it is Birds of a Feather, and it's my betrothed sampler. Now, this is one of a few that I restarted this year. This is my floss. I stitched it on 32 count sand Belfast, and that's it. This, I should have brought my board. This is what I did last year, and I did it over 2 with 2 strands of floss. Let me see if I can get it, maybe if I do it this way. I'm going to knock my Dr. Pepper over. Okay. Let me get up and look and see if it's... Okay. So this is the old one. Get some more light in it. It's not doing so well today. Oh, there we go. That's better. Do it this way, Jennifer. This is my new one. So what I did was, instead of stitching it with 2 strands of floss, I'm just stitching it with 1 strand of floss. And I'm going to be interested when I watch this back if you can actually tell the difference. The stitches just look so fat and bulky, and mine just don't. Some people, when I look at yours, they're amazing on Instagram and on, ooh, didn't mean to do that, and on Flosstube, but I don't know. It's okay. I mean, you do what you like and what makes you happy, and if I didn't like it, I wouldn't put it up. So this was my restart on June 9th. All right, I gotta put these away correctly, or I'll never be able to find anything. So I won't zip them, so in case it's really loud. Okay, so then June 10th was the Arc by La Di Da. I really like this one. It's really sweet. So this is mine, and I'm doing it on 40 count Picture This Plus Brash. There we go. And I'm doing it, it's over 2 using 1 strand. Did I do that? No, I came back and filled them in. I was just checking something. Well, let me see if I can make it. There we go. So I'm also using, these are my, I'm using Silken Colors ink black. That's that one. And then this is going to be the cream color that I use, and it's Straw Bonnet. Now let me see what it's called for. Oh, that's inside my bag. Hold on. What is it actually called for? It's actually called for needlepoint silk. So I'm not using either of the called for. Huh. That's okay. I got that ink black from CalculatedStitcher one time, and I thought it would be beautiful on that project. So that was the 10th. On the 11th is Indigo Lane. This is one of the ones, this is by Brenda Gervais, that I restarted. I actually ripped out the old one because my linen, the piece of linen that I had was not large enough for me to just restart it in another place, which is what I did on some of them. So, Indigo Lane. These are my flosses. And I'm stitching it on 36 count Summer Khaki. And this, I really need, I'm looking around if I have something to put behind it. I may have to get something. I'll just fold it over. This is as far as I got when I restarted. Some days I just did not have very much time to stitch, but that's okay. I did stitch every day though. So that's my start on Indigo Lane, and I'm stitching this one one strand over two. One strand over two. Okay. Put that one back. The next one on June 12th was Spring Gathering, and this is by Scattered Seed Samplers. Samplers? Yes, Samplers. I started him, I didn't think Indigo Lane I started last year. This one I started last year in Jubilant June. And these are my flosses. I have these all straightened, and then when I stacked all my bags on top of each other, they all got smushed. So this one I'm stitching on 35 count straw, and I'm stitching one strand over two, and that's how far I got. I think last year all I had was one egg, and I think I stitched it over two, so I may have ripped it out. So now I'm just stitching over one, and I finished another egg, and then I'm working on the basket. So that's where I am with that one. Then on June 13th is Nature's Alphabet, Elizabeth's design. I think this one is cute, very pretty. This one reminds me of my father-in-law. He was a botany professor. He was my botany professor when I was in college, so I think that's kind of cool. I'm stitching this in 40 count lamb's wool, and I'm stitching one strand over two. And those are my flosses. And last year all I had completed was one of these squares, or maybe two of the squares. And then all I've been doing is just working on building the squares. And that's how much I got completed this year. Then on June the 14th, sorry, my stuff is falling. I'll restack it. Is this Abby Rose Designs? Abby Rose Designs, yes. Hometown Christmas. This one is so pretty. The problem with this one, and I only stitched a little while on it because I was so torn, is I don't think that I would put this up the way that I'm stitching it right now. I have been stitching it over two, and I just do not like it. Let me stand up so you can. you see how fat they are? I'm just not good with over 2. They're just not, mine are not pretty. So here's my thing. I have all of this completed. And all I did this time was like, I think I started right down here and I just stitched to here, and I thought, Jennifer, stop because you're not happy with it. I think I may start it over because I love the actual design. I just don't like it over 2, my over 2. They're just, they look like blobs. I wish I could stitch like Steph from Just Keep Stitching. She and Pam, their stitches always look perfect. Anyway, so I didn't stitch very long on this one on that day because I've decided just now officially decided that, there we go, that I'm going to redo this one. I'm sad. Oh, I just remembered. I forgot something I wanted to share with y'all. So this one will be a restart, either sometime this year or next year if I don't get to it. But I really do like this design, and I do want to have that in my house, but I would not put that up. So that was June 14th. All right. Then June 15th, this over here, is Autumn ABCs. This is something new that I started this year. I had a finish from last year's, and it's Little House Needleworks. And these are my flosses. And I'm stitching it on 40 count birch. And this is my progress. I had this like floss. You'll notice I just leave wherever I was. There we go. I really like this. Like, I really enjoyed stitching on this. I mean, I enjoyed stitching on all of it, but for some reason, this goes, for me, because I'm a slow stitcher, this went really quickly. So, I was excited about that one. I really like this one a lot. And I have the other ones in here also. I have spring, summer. Here's spring, summer, and there's winter. And I do want to do them all on at least the same count. My chart back in there. I want to do them all on the same count so I can have them displayed somewhere that I can change out during the seasons. This one is June 16th. This is Summer in Baltimore. Isn't that pretty, pretty, pretty? I would like to do all of these. She has different ones. And then let me move my... I had finished... I had... Hold on, please. Sorry. Okay. I had finished this one. And I was like partially had completed this one. So I finished this one up. And then I started working on this. And you can see the... There we go. You can see all the white. It's hard to see from back here, but there we go. So I'm working on this motif right here. I finished this one and this one. Now I have this one, and then I have, I'm pretty sure, 2 more of these on the other side. This one is really pretty. I love the colors. Here are the colors. And I'm stitching it on 40 count raw Newcastle. I'm not sure if I said, but this is Brenda Gervais. I think I did say that. Look how messy they are. That's okay. So, put that one back in. Oh, I didn't get this one. Okay, well, when I go get the other thing I have to show you, I forgot. This one's on a scroll rod, and I didn't bring the scroll rod in here. It's in actually my bedroom, so I have to go get it. This is My Token of Love, and this is Karen Kluba, and it is really, really pretty, and I really wanted to finish it for our 30th anniversary, but since that is less than, what's 9 days away till my 30th anniversary, I don't think it's going to get completed. The problem I'm having with it is that I started it in over 2. and I'm trying to tell myself that it's okay. So I have a hard time working on it, and I don't want to restart it. I mean, I'm not that far. I only have like, I think maybe this and this. I don't know. I'll go get it in a second and bring it here. So, and I'm stitching it with Black Cherry Gloriana silk. It's really pretty. It's such a nice silk. So, and I'm doing it on 28 count cream cashel linen. Cashel. Not really sure if, I don't think that's focused. There we go. So, I'll get that when I show you my other thing. Then on June 18th, I restarted my Long Dog Sampler Hoity Toity. Hoity Toity. I like these, and when I first started it last year, I did not like it, and let me show you why. Same reason. Well, first let me show you, these are my flosses. They're just the called for DMCs, and I am stitching it on a 28 count. It's just an even weave. I don't think I have a name for it. It's a huge piece though. I need to cut it. Let me put that away. This is my start from last year. And again, same thing, big fat stitches that I just don't care for them. So that was last year's. So then I restarted it, and I'm stitching it over one with one strand of floss. I like it so much. So this is the over one. I love this. I could stitch over one on 28 count all day long. It'd just be the happiest person ever. I like that. So that, I'm not sure if it's focused. Let me push the button. That is my progress from this Jubilant June. So that's another one that I restarted. But I figure if you're not happy with it, then you need, and you love the chart, then you need to change whatever it is that's making you unhappy. Oh, shoot. Hold on. Oh, my husband's here. One moment. Sorry about that. My husband came in. He's been cutting trees, chainsawing down near our back pasture. Anyway, so, and my son has also come home, and this is his bedroom, so I told him not to come out this way unless he wants to be on TV. Okay, I also, while I was on break, I did not bring that though. Okay, this is how much I got completed on my anniversary sampler that I showed you earlier, my token of love. That's how much. And again, it's with the 2 strands of silk. And I think it's okay. This one doesn't bother me as much as the other ones did. So, we'll wait and see. Anyway, so not going to be finished for my 30th anniversary, but that's okay. The other thing I'll show you in a minute. Okay, we left off on June 19th, and I worked on Brick House Sampler, and this I began last year on June 19th. And it's by Brenda Gervais, and I'm doing it on 28 count Mushroom Lugana. And these are the flosses, and I think these are the DMC, yes. I got this conversion from Jen Stitchy Niche. I ordered the chart and the floss from her in a pack. This is another one that I started over. This is what I had completed. This is what I had completed last year. Again, 2 strands over 2. It's fat and ugh. This is my start this year, and this is 1 over 1. I do love 1 over 1. I hope you can see that. So that's my restart of this one, and I love this one also. 1 over 1 is always a good option. Okay, then On June 20th was a new start, and this is a Teresa Kogut, one of the instant downloads that supports LNSs across the country. She drew the names, and you can download these. I think it's 6 months, and all of the proceeds, all of the money that she makes goes to the LNS shop that she drew for. And this one is called United We Stand, and I don't have a picture to show you, but if you go to her Etsy shop, you can see it. It's two little girls standing real close together, and they have an American flag, and it's super cute. And this is how much I got finished, and you can see there I'm stitching it on 40 count dapple by Picture This Plus, and it's 1 strand over 2 strands of linen. It's really going to be pretty, I think. And these are the called for DMCs, and that's what I'm stitching this. So that was June 20th. That's my mother's birthday. This is a new start this year. Then the next one is Martha Davies Sampler by Chessie and Me. I began this one last year, and I only got like 2 letters. I was a relatively new stitcher. I mean, I still am, I guess, but I'd only been stitching about 6 months. And so when I started this, I felt a little daunted by it. And so I think that's why I only did 2 letters, and then I gave up. But now I've had a lot of practice, so I feel better equipped to stitch this one. And I'm stitching this one on 36 count Legacy Edinburgh. And I'm using the called for DMCs. And this is my progress. Couldn't think of the word. I really like to do letters, so I like that one a lot. That is 1 strand over 2 on the 40 counts. Then on June 22nd, this is another restart, and this is Simplicity Dimensions. Is it just called Simplicity Dimensions? Simplicity Vintage. This came with Ada, and this was my start from last year. This Ada can stand up by itself. This, I mean, it is stiff, and look how big those stitches, which means I have to use 2 strands, and it's not looking good. So I restarted it this year, and I'm just seeing if I have, it's on a 25 count white Lugana. And this is my start. Now, I am very slow with this because it is, I don't know if you call it confetti heavy, but there's a lot of different colors, and it takes a lot of time. This is one that I'm actually using a highlighter to highlight where I've stitched, because it's good practice though for some of the ones that I have that I'm waiting until I am a better stitcher and have more practice. So I really like that one, and that was December. June 22nd. Okay, I put that down there. So then we're on to June 23rd, and it's the Sampler Company by Brenda Keys, and this one is called, I should know this, hold on. Is it written on here? I don't think it is. It's called, oh, it's going to make me mad when I figure it out. Just a minute, please. Plymouth Sampler. I knew that. It's called the Plymouth Sampler. And these are the called for DMCs, and I'm doing this on 28 count antique white Lugana. And this is another one that I restarted this year. So this is what I did last year, and this last year I started right here on the big blue house right here, and I started it 2 over 2. Same problem I've had with all of these that I've restarted. Did not care for it, so I did restart it, and this time I started with the letters at the top, and I'm stitching over 1 on 25 count. And that was my progress. I did the letters, and now I started filling in the background behind the letters. So I started here in the left hand corner, and I'm stitching that way. So like it much better over 1. So that was June 23rd. Put them back in their box so I don't lose them. Okay, June 24th was another sampler. After last June, I realized that I need more small starts because everything I started seemed to be rather large. This is just stitching along Miss Lucy Calcut 1825. And I think this is the one that there's 2. Is it this one there's 2 of? Yes, I'm pretty sure. It's the same little girl did them in 2 different years. And so I have the other one also. I'm pretty sure it's this one. So I started right here in the center last year. And these are my called for flosses. DMC, the called for DMC. And I'm doing it on 40 count antique cotton is my fabric. So those are my flosses. And last year I only had 1 flower and part of the pinkish red color, and I did the rest of it this time. I really like stitching on this too. I love those stitches. I messed up on this one, had to rip it out and start over, so I miscounted the little stitches between the leaves and the top. For some reason I only had 3. I'm pretty sure I ripped out the one that I had wrong, didn't I? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. I don't know. I can't tell with these glasses. I have to have my more powerful ones on to tell. Okay. That one in its bag. Then on June 25th was a new start, and I am joining Pam's Stitch Along with Just Keep Stitching, the Twin Peak Primitives I'll Be Home. And I bought it when it was on sale. They have an Etsy shop, and I bought it when it was 20% off the whole bundle. I started with July, right here, and I am doing it on some fabric I dyed myself. It was white, and it's a 28 count even weave, and I just dyed it so it would look kind of like clouds, and I'm going to put them all in there. And you can see if I get really close, I've done a lot of the whites because I like to do it first. So, and I'm doing 1. Oh, no, this is not, I'm wrong. This is on Hardanger fabric, and I'm doing it 1 over 1 on the Hardanger 22 count. That's why it's so little. I'm doing it 1 over 1 on 22 counts. So, and these are just colors. I think it's called for DMC, and I pulled some Weeks colors that I had, except for this one, which is a DMC, the white, the cream color. The rest of them are all Weeks Dye Works that I just had extras, and I thought I would try to do a color conversion. We'll see how it turns out. So I started, that's a new start this year, and that's hashtag I'll Be Home Sal. There's also a Facebook group if you would like to join that also. You just have to answer a couple of questions and they'll let you in. Then June 26th is When Thou Art Rich. This is another one that last year I only had a teeny tiny minuscule start, because when I started it the very first thing, these little tiny stitches, let me try to focus. These little tiny stitches right here, that's a little, each of those that go up and down, those are Algerian eyelet stitches. Teeny tiny little ones. Well, someone who's been stitching 6 months, not a good one with which to start. So this is When Thou Art Rich by Hands Across the Sea Samplers, and I'm in the process of trying to collect all of these. I do love all of her charts, and one day stitch them. So I only had like, I don't know, 3 or 4 of these little eyelets. Let's see if I can get it to. Each of those is a little Algerian eyelet. So this year I finished those Algerian eyelets, and then I kind of got to the point where I was tired of doing them, and I wanted to make sure that I was reading the chart correctly. So then I started on the green, and I really like this. Now this, and I am doing this actually in the Soie d'Alger called for silks, but I think the picture of hers and this color, it's the called for color, but it does not look like the picture. This one looks more blue than it does green, but maybe because right now it looks green. Now when I watch this back it may not, but oh, I thought I saw something there. Okay, anyway, I got this much completed. I love this, so I'm really enjoying stitching that one. Oh, my son's here. Are you going somewhere?
I go to town with some friends.
Oh, to go swim? Yes, that's fine. All right.
So I got my keys.
Okay. Be safe, please. Drive safely. We went this last week, and he had officially got his driver's license. He is already 17, but he didn't really want it at the beginning. He kept fighting getting it. And then I think girls kind of got important to him. And so then all of a sudden he wanted to go get it, and COVID had happened and everything was closed. So anyway, sorry about that. He had to come in and get his shoes. I'm at the back door. So he went out the other door. I heard him. He just needed to get his shoes. So then on June 27th, I worked on Sarah Borton, which was also started last year. And this is Hands Across the Sea Samplers. Oh, this one's pretty. I mean, they're all pretty. All of hers are just beautiful. These are my flosses, and this one I'm doing the DMC, called for DMC colors, because silk is expensive. There's, I want to do a village at Hawk Run Hollow one day, and I have the chart that I want to do, and every month I've been ordering a few of the needlepoint silks. And so eventually I'll have them all kitted up, and it's just going to take me, I've been working on it for about a year now, and I just, every time I make an order from 123 Stitch, I just throw in a few of the needlepoint silks for it. So this is how far I got. I don't think this is one that I started last year. I mean, that I restarted. No. It's just, oh, one floss. I'm doing it 1/2. So this is where I am. Well, I'm trying to make it focus. Oh, there it goes. So you can see I started on the letter A right here, and it's in eyelet stitches. And that's how far I am right now. I know a lot of people will do the border all the way around. I'm just worried. I'm really worried that I would get off and then have to rip out the whole thing. So I thought maybe if as I move across and I put the letters across, I'll be able to track it. So I'm trying to do little chunks at a time to see, and I'll do the same thing going down. So that's Sarah Borton, and that was June 27th. So then we're on to June 28th. June 28th is Plum Street Sampler Crowned Bird Sampler. And you can see it got stuck to the vinyl of Project Bag. because where I live it's super hot and the heat melts it to the vinyl. So now I try to put it in a different way so it doesn't do that. So this is my crowned bird sampler. These are, and I'm doing these in the called for silk. Some of them are Belle Soie, some of them are NPI. It didn't call for that many, so I thought this would be a good one. It's one of the first ones I tried with silks. So this is where I am. This one was started last year. And last year, all I had was one of these little flowers right here. And now I kind of understand more how to read the chart. And so I feel like I did pretty well. Good on my progress. I have a hard time, I start with the pin stitch. The silk tends to want to slip out, so I've had some that I've had to rip out and restart. The problem I have is also ending with the silk. Anyway, so I need to practice some more on that. Nicola talks a lot from Hands Across the Sea Sampler. She talks about using a doodle cloth, and I think that would be a great idea. I just need to do that. But that one is pretty. I'm liking it so far. Uh-oh. My floss rolling away and unwinding. Okay, so that was June 28th. June 29th was started last year, and I am doing the drum right here. I'm just doing it in a different color. This is MTV Cross Stitch Designs. Yes, Vermilion Peacock Drum in smalls. I think that's how you say this. I'm not doing the smalls. I'm just doing the drum, and it has two little peacocks on it. It's really cute. And this one, all I have left is the four-sided stitch that I'm doing. Well, let me move my floss out of the way. That I'm doing right here. And then a ribbon gets woven through it. That's why it's large like that. So I worked on this during Zoom meetings that I had for school. It was great. It's really cute. This is done in Gloriana Vintage Teal silk. Love Gloriana. It's really pretty. Soft. So that one is almost finished. I should be able to finish that one before school is back in session. Uh-oh, I dropped my Gloriana. Sorry about that. How do I pick it up? All right, let me put this away. So that was the 29th, which means one more. And this one was a new start because I finished the project from last year. And since we were heading into Jolly July, this is something I was going to do for Jolly July. If you follow Fat Quarter Shop, she does with Priscilla and Chelsea, they do Jolly July where they stitch on ornaments, I think, mainly last year that's what they did. And I know that Priscilla and Chelsea are releasing ornaments in their Etsy shop for Jolly July. The first one is really cute. It's a little Santa Claus that says Jolly on it. And one of the things that I wanted to start were the 12 Berries of Christmas by Erica Michaels. I first saw this at Jennifer at Jen's Stitching Niche. She has a Flosstube and she has an Etsy shop if you need to order patterns. And I have all of them. There's the 12 Days of Christmas. These are the first 3. And so far all I have started, and this is what I started for on June 30th, the last day of Jubilant June for me, was day 1, which is the Partridge in a Pear Tree. I am stitching them with the Called For Floss. Did I already show this? The Called For Floss and the Called For Linen. All of it I got from Jen a long time ago, but just now I'm starting. So this is my progress on day 1, the Partridge in a Pear Tree. And that's how far I've gotten with that one. I stitched on this one. I took my daughter's dog, Calvin, the little one that actually lives in our house, to get groomed. And so I sat in the car while he got groomed. and worked on that. So that's the end of my Jubilant June. The only other start that I have to show you was the other thing that I was going to start for, sorry, my floss started unwinding because I didn't push down the buttons. The other thing that I wanted to start this July, for Jolly July, are projects out of the magic of Christmas to cross stitch by Veronique Angelier. I think that's how you say her name, but I'm probably butchering it with my Texas accent. And I first saw this on Misty Purcell's at Luminous Fiber Arts, her Flosstube. If you don't follow her, you really need to. She's also on Instagram, and she did a flip through of this, and I love it. I love it. It's very French looking, very European looking, and so I wanted to make. I started with this one, which is day one. This little rectangle right here. And they made it into an advent calendar. And I want to do something kind of like that. I haven't decided exactly what I want to do with them, but I do want to make them individually. And I like this little wreath, the idea of doing that and being able to put the numbers in, change them out in December. So I did start and finish on July 1st, and I'm stitching mine. This is on a 56 count blue-green. It's a blue-green linen from Misty Purcell. Did I say 56 count? I'm not sure. Okay, so this is my finish. I finished day one, and it is, I am stitching 1/2 on 56 count. And I used a Vera Soie 100, oh, sorry, the 100-3 silks. And they're just ones that I picked out because DMC is called for, and I tried to do that on the 56 count, and it was just, the thread was too thick. And I am in Traditional Stitches, that's out of Canada. I'm in their 100-3 club, so I get, I think, 5 of these every month. So I thought, well, Jennifer, just use those. So that's what I did. I picked up these, and I'm using, this one is 664. This one is 274. It's kind of a avocado green. And then this one, it's a brighter green. This one is 325. Those are the 3 that I used on the first one. And I did start the second one right here. Yesterday I did not have a chance to stitch at all. I've been doing a lot of cleaning and organizing, and I mean, I have a long ways to go, but let me see if I can find 2. This is the second one. This is the one that I started yesterday, and I would have been happy to start one and finish one every day, but there's just no way I'm going to be able to do that. So those were all of my starts. That was a lot, and whips, which was a lot because it's been a while since I've been on here. The other thing I wanted to show you was I got my first sampler. Sorry, all these texts keep coming through. My mom and sister are texting away in our group chat. I got my first sampler back from Total Framing, and let me show you their information if you're interested. I first learned about Total Framing from Brenda at Brenda and the Serial Starter on Flosstube, and they did a great job. This is my Sally Spencer, and I have it with museum glass. And I showed it finished, but I never showed it. I haven't shown you the framed, of course, because I just got it. Oh, I got it a couple weeks ago, but I haven't filmed since then, so yay. really proud of it. I don't know if anybody else in my family is proud of it, but I'm proud of it. I just don't know where it's going to go because our living room, we're about to have to rip up the floor in our living room and dining room and rebuild it. And then, so everything's going to have to be repainted. I just don't want to put it up in there and then have to move it. So I think it's going to live in our bedroom for a while. I'm really proud of this one. Has all of my kids' initials on it. So, very, very happy. They did such a beautiful job with it. And I didn't think that I was going to use glass. And then I kind of talked to her about, I live in the, fields, and there's nothing, it is the dustiest, our house is the dustiest place, plus it's super old, so it's not airtight. We get dust like crazy. And so, she just said that it would probably be best to have the glass, and I agree with her. And I love the frame. Let me see if I can make it. They were very communicative with me and sent me all sorts of choices, and then of course they said they would send me more if I didn't see one, and they were very clear on the price. It was just great. It was a great experience. So very excited to put that up somewhere, just not sure where. And I think that's it. I'm looking around. I think I shared everything I needed to share with you. We are going to go see our grandbaby tomorrow. They were going to come down here, but they both manage gyms, and they've, with COVID and everything, they've, had workers that are off, and so they weren't able to get away. So we are going to go see them tomorrow. That'll be exciting. We'll be there a few days, and then we have some more workshops, and I gotta get back in work. And then the next week we're going to go to Lubbock to visit my daughter, and so we haven't seen her in a while, so that'll be great too. I think that's about all I have to share. I'm probably I am forgetting something. I do have the giveaways, and I will put the video of that at the end of this, picking the winners. And then I didn't pick out a giveaway for this one. Also, I think I'm 11 people away from the 1,000 giveaway, and that's the big one, and I'm going to have a whole bunch of things for that also. So when we hit that, I will make a special video for that. But so stay tuned for the giveaway, the new giveaway, and the winners of the previous giveaway. So I'll see you in a few minutes. Bye. I didn't start my video for the first one. I was just talking to no one. I'm sorry. The first one was this one, Delivering Plenty by Homespun Elegance. I did the YouTube comment picker, and Joanne Obergful was the winner, and I even read the comment and everything. I'm sorry, but it did not record. So that was the winner. Congratulations, Joanne. I'll put a comment on your comment, and if you can just email me at my email below, jenniferkeeney1971@gmail.com. It's in my description box. The other one, you had to mention the word carrots. So there are 14 unique commenters for this one. I think there were 31 for the other. And this is for the carrots and cottontail chart, which I think I did not show yet because I thought I was filming a while ago. The winner of, I'm sorry, this is all sorts of crazy. Carrots and Cottontails Farm by Hands on Design. The winner is Cara Palette. Again, if I said that incorrectly, I'm so sorry. It says, I'd love to stitch the turkey or the carrots. They're both really cute. So congratulations, Cara or Cara. Just give me an email at the email in my description box below, jenniferkeeney1971@gmail.com. And I will get those mailed out as soon as I can. Now, here are going to be the winners, the giveaways for this time. The first one is going to be Lizzie Kate Buzzy Strings. And if you would like to be entered, I've never used this before. I just bought it and decided not to do it. If you are interested in winning this one, say something about Buzzy. Buzzy. I would use B, but another giveaway I was going to do is going to be the Bee Cottage. Who is this by? It's the Bee Cottage is that's who it's by. 3B Mini Sampler. That's what it's called. And it comes with, I have it kitted. Hold on, I'm trying to move it with my hand here. It comes with all the DMC, and the beads are also in here. I'm trying to do this one-handed, so it's probably not going to turn out very well. Oh, there they are. So, I have the beads, and I have the DMC floss. So, if you're interested in that one, that's 3B Mini Sampler. I am not doing very well at this. Sorry about it. Okay. And then the last one is going to be a... Oh, my dog thought that's somebody outside. It's a little kit called Mini Banners. It's a Dimensions kit, a little one. And it's a cute little cardinal. And it comes with everything. It has the bells, the floss, everything you need is all kitted up, including the fabric, which I'm sure is Ada. Let me look. It says with hanger and bells. I'm trying to read. Oh yeah, 14 count Ada. Yes. So it comes with the cottons also. So that one's really cute. If you want this one, say something about a bird. This one, say something about a bee. I really should refilm this, but I can't because of the winners. And then this one, something about... Sorry about that. My allergies. Something about Buzzy. Buzzy. Congratulations again to Joanna and to Kara. And just give me your mailing address and I'll send those right out. Thanks again, Flosstube. Bye-bye.